Welcome back to JayFix. Today I've got a bit of a video for you on how to restore these black plastic trims that you might have on your car. All the cars that I own, I've got a lot of these around there, mainly around the bottom of the doors and bottoms of the bumpers and stuff like that. After a while you might find that they start fading if they've been in the sun and unprotected. They also might get this sort of weird, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, they get this weird sort of stripy effect on them that is really not very good looking. And you know, you can go out there and buy a lot of these things you can just wipe on. It'll make them look good for a few days, and pretty much, you know, about after a week they're back to where they were. So I'm after something a bit more permanent. So I'm here today to show you something like that, so stay tuned. Okay, so basically there's two products here I've got in mind to use today. One of which I've used before, which is like a heat gun. You can get pretty good results with that. But something I'd like to try, and this is a little bit on the weird side, but I've got this burner thing. This thing was supposed to be used for killing the weeds in your garden. It wasn't very good at that, so I'm going to repurpose it today and have a crack at trying to restore these trims. So let's go and do that. Before you start doing that, I reckon it's a good idea to give this a real thorough clean. Make sure you've got all debris and dirt and all that sort of stuff out of there, because the last thing you want is for it to get impregnated in there or sort of stuck in there so you can see it forever. So first things first, let's get this clean. Okay, so I've got myself a scourer. These white ones are really good because they don't scratch at all. But what we want to do basically is get rid of all the dirt and all that sort of stuff. So I've just got a bit of detergent in with this water as well. So just start giving it a go over it, and then when you're done, we'll be right to go. Don't forget to do the sides and like everywhere. If you're going to do underneath, do underneath. And after that's done, I'll see you back here. Okay, so she's all dry. I actually went over this again with a clean rag and some distilled water just to make sure everything's nice and clean. So let's start this bad boy up. Also, something to keep in mind, I think I mentioned it before too, you've got to make sure this flame's blue. Don't have it sort of down low where it gets a bit of a yellow in it. You can't really see it there, but that'll just put sort of stuff all over your work. So keep in mind too, this is extremely hot, and you only need to dab it over really quickly. As soon as you see it change colour, that's it. That's all you need. So let's go. Turn the flame up a little bit more. Instant results. Do not stay in one area for very long at all, because it is actually melting this plastic to some extent. Little things that you see, you might miss a few, just go back over them, that's alright, just don't get too much heat in it. Try and get underneath a little bit there so you don't have to see that. That's just a little section there I've done. That's all you need. Do not touch that now. Leave it sit there for about 15 minutes. Because if you touch it now, it is actually a little bit tacky, but I don't know if you can see or not, there's the difference between the undone stuff and the done stuff, so we'll be back. Alright guys, we're back here. It's all cooled down. It's not 100%, it's so much better than what it was. You can see there where I've stopped, and that's all the unprotected stuff. But now that you've done that, there's a couple of options. Probably the best one is put a UV protectant over it. Hang on, I'll grab one. This is something like this. This is Armour All one, but it's got a matte finish on it, so it's not going to change the look of that at all. So if you've got a bit of imperfections like I do in that, you might want to look at putting some tyre shine on it and making it look shiny, if you want to go that way. So I've got this tyre shine here, if I can get it to focus, which will do your plastics as well. It does give a high gloss, sort of similar to the tyre here, so if you want to go that way. But I think, actually what I might do, I might show you both. I'll just do a little section of each and then you can sort of judge for yourself, so I'll be back. Alright, so I've got my tyre shine here. I'm going to do like 3 different sections. One here with the tyre shine. I might leave this one with its burnt look, restored look, and I'll do the Armour All on that end section so we can sort of compare. So I'm just going to cover this up and give it a quick spray. This is going to be really shiny when it's done, so I'm not sure, I don't like it myself, but awesome. Alright, we'll spray some of this stuff on the other side, just in this little area. Cover that up. Let that soak for a bit, and then we've just got our middle section, which is the burnt bit for our reference. Alright, we'll let that soak in and dry, and I'll wipe it off and we'll be back. Alright, so I've left this for a few minutes to dry and do its thing, and I've wiped that tyre shine off there. You can see it is pretty shiny and it has blackened it up even more, so that's not too bad, considering when you compare it to this one here that's actually been sort of burnt. So I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera or not, but that section on the left was done with the Armour All. That's got the UV in it, which is what you want to stop this doing it again, but it doesn't. It sort of brings it up. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, you might be able to, but it does bring it up tiny bit better. I think that's what I'm going to go with, just the Armour All, because it's got the UV in it. It brings it up, doesn't make it shiny, and if you want to compare it to the old stuff, it hasn't had anything done with it. That's what that is. So I reckon we've had a bit of a good result there. Just got to go around and do the rest of the car. Alright guys, if you found this video useful at all, please consider giving us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, that would be handy too. Until next time, take care, JayFix.